Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm going to make sure that we are up and running before I start speaking. We've had some fog and cloud coverage this way, so I want to make sure that we pop up before I go and invest a couple minutes to share what I've got on my mind with you today. I just want to make sure that it shows up, and then that way I'm not spending time chatting. Okay, perfect. I hear me, I see me. I think we are good. Let's see. I just want to make sure. All right, perfect. I see us. All right. I don't know about you guys, but we've had some crazy cloud coverage where I am, and so it's been insane. And so our internet has been kind of wonky. And so I just wanted to make sure that we got it. So I'm going to get started and hopefully I'll see some of you on. Go ahead and share where you're watching this from. What's the best thing that happened to you financially, personally, business wise, whatever you want to share that in the comments. I would love to know what is the best thing that's happened to you yet this year. So let's get started. Welcome back to the Strategic Success Network, Unlocking Network Marketing Mastery. My name is Crystal Green, and today our topic is From Intention to Action, Unlocking Your Potential in the Coming Year. So as we approach the dawn of a new year, it's a perfect time to reflect on our aspirations and to set our sights on what we want to achieve coming in 2025. So today we're going to explore how to transform our intentions into actionable steps to unlock your true potential. And we'll also unpack the crucial distinctions between resolutions and intentions to help guide you on your journey towards success. So let's jump right into understanding resolutions versus intentions. So first, I want to clarify these two often confusing, concepts. Resolutions are specific goals we often commit to at the start of a year. For example, I will generate $50,000 in sales, or I will expand my team by 15 members. While powerful and they can be really great for your insight, they often feel very restrictive, and if not achieved, they lead to frustration and disappointment. Now, intentions, in contrast, to resolutions, intentions are broader and resonate like what you deeply, who you'd love to become throughout the year. Okay. So what your goal is for yourself, for, where you're looking to, what you're looking to become, excuse me. So for instance, I intend to cultivate a thriving business culture, or I intend to lead with authenticity and inspire my team. Intentions allow for growth and adaptability, and it gives you time, the freedom, not time, excuse me. It gives you the freedom to evolve. Really what I'm saying is resolutions are like a half-minded goal where it's like, yeah, I want to do the same thing I've said I wanted to do a million times over, where intentions are like character building. This is the person I want to be by the end of 2024, by the end of 2025. And so when we're talking about this, we're going to really look into how can we take those intentions and move them into action so that I can build the character of who I'm trying to become, who I want to become. And if you guys don't know this, maybe some of you don't, but becoming the person you want to be is all about mindset, and it truly is about character building. And I often coach, when I'm talking to people and they're kind of lost, or they're stuck in imposter syndrome, they're not sure who they are, where they want to be, what are they doing wrong in their business? Are they not being more like the top salesperson here? Are they not doing more of what their leader said to do there? Well, first of all, let me remind you, people join people. They don't join the company. They don't join because of your products. Most of the time, people are joining because they like the culture, they like the environment, they like the person, the character of the leader that they're joining. Okay, the character of the company, it's not always about the comp plan. It is often about who the person is that they're looking to join. And so when it comes to deciding who your character is, what your character is going to be, then you really think that out. And really, it's not about, I hope, I want to be a leader that is top ranking. I want to be a leader that's best in sales, that recruits the most people. I want to be a leader that can put on the best, Zoom, or put on the best speech, or all these things. It's truly about who as a person do I want to be become. And when I reach my goals, if I reach my resolution, who do I want to be by the time I reach that resolution? And, I'll tell you that starting out in this industry 15 years ago, I've dabbled a little bit, and then I jumped really in about 6-7 years, about 7-8 years ago actually now. And when I first jumped in, I had no idea who I was. When I started personal training years ago, I had no idea who I was as a trainer. I knew that I wanted to be successful and I wanted to help people, but I didn't have an ounce of an idea or an indication of what that meant for me. And I was very limited. I had been brought up in an abusive household. I had been down talked my entire life. I didn't have any self-esteem. I felt kind of lost. And then I was making this decision to jump into network marketing of all things, MLM, for people to just base their, let's call it, ignorant perception on me, and assume that, all of MLM culture or network marketing culture is bad, when in reality, it's just the people that we're sharing. It's just the habits and the duplicatable, the duplication that they were taught. Hey, go out and do this spammy thing, send a spammy text. It works. And a lot of money motivated people, and not people with character, not people that were truly trying to develop into who they wanted to be. And I had to decide really early on, I want to be this type of leader. I want to be this person. So now that I know I want to be that person, now I need to decide what action steps do I need to take to actually become that person. Now, some people will say, oh, she ain't who she said she was. She used to be this. She used to say this. She used to do this. You're right. A while back, years ago, don't scroll back too far on my personal account, you might find that I really was kind of just sick and tired of the whole world. I didn't know who I was. I was lost. I didn't know what I wanted in life. So like most people, I was just sitting out there being miserable, complaining about everything that there was to complain about it. And then God humbled me. Then God said, well, I have a bigger purpose for you, and I'm going to make you sick, and I'm going to take away all these things, and I'm going to give you a purpose and a reason to talk to other people, a reason to inspire and care for other people, a reason to use your voice. But first, we got to build up that character. And so I had to decide, who do I want to be? What does that person that I want to be look like? And during this process, what are the steps? What are the steps I need to take to become that person? And I do a training. It's called Becoming Her. And I think I'll share that with you sooner than later. But truly, it talks about, I saw this person. I decided I was going to be this person. I decided to show up every single day like that person, even before I believed I was her. And eventually I became her. And so my goal in telling you that is that you can have all the intention in the world. You can have every intention, and they can be great intentions. They can be, you can have every intention to do good. But if you don't take action, that intention is nothing. It's just another resolution. It's just another, goal put up on the dream board that you wish you would achieve, but you don't work to achieve it. It's like saying you want to lose weight, but you won't take the actions to do it. Guilty. It's like saying you want to make sales, but you won't reach out to people. It's like saying you have no one to talk to, but you don't go through your follow-up list or your network. There's so many different things that, you can say, okay, I want to do this. I have every intent on doing this, because if I do this, I can achieve this. But if you don't take action into building the character of that person, the character, what characteristic traits does someone who you're aspiring to be, that person you're aspiring to be, what characteristic traits do they have that you don't yet possess? And maybe it's not about that you don't possess them. Maybe it's just that you don't take action. You don't act on them. So let's talk about some success tips for turning intention into action. The first one would be set clear and specific intentions. Identify what truly matters to you, and then, the legacy you want to create. Write down your intentions in a clear, empowering terms. Instead of saying, I want to improve my sales, say something along the lines of, I intend to connect with at least 5 new prospects every week. I intend to post consistently. I intend to be thorough about when I do my follow-ups. Make sure that it's not just, oh, I want to do that. I wish I could do that. If only I could do that. It's all about mindset. It truly is. And you're going to hear me talk about mindset a lot. As someone that was literally at the top of my game, I was doing really well in the business that I was in my corporate position. I owned a business. I was doing really well. And then my disease took over. My disease wiped me out of everything. What depleted me? It pushed me into network marketing. My disease was not my excuse. My disease was the driving factor as to why I became so passionate about network marketing, why I chose to share my journey the way I did. I had to have the mindset of, if now the character I see myself as, that person I was working towards with all the intention and all the action I was doing when my disease took over and laid me up, for 3.5 years, I had to remind myself that if you don't take these steps, if you wait until you're better, if you don't take these steps, you will never become the character you designed yourself to be, the person you wanted to be. And so I showed up as her. I showed up as that person. I chose to take those actions. I chose to have a better mindset. I chose to focus on the good. I chose to use my gifts. Instead of wallowing away and worrying about all the things I had no control over, I chose to share. And that to me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you now, that to me is the number one thing that allowed me to speak freely. It allowed me to step into my authentic self. It allowed me to feel all the feelings I needed to share. Once I ignored all that outside nonsense and I stopped saying, I wish, I want, if only, and I started saying, I'm going to, I intend to, I've got this, it changed everything for me. And I believe that it will for you too. So number 2 would be, break it down. Once you set your intentions, break them down into actionable steps. Create a roadmap outlining weekly or monthly actions. So things you will do. Not just, I will try to reach out for 5 people. No. Your intention, your action step with intent, right, is I am going to go to my friends list. I'm going to select 5 people per day, per week, whatever your choice is, and I'm going to reach out to these people. This is what I'm going to say. This is how long it's going to take me to follow up. This is the next step. I teach my team, there's a process we teach, but we also teach building. We talk about relationship building. Not just any building. We talk about relationship building. Get in and have real conversations with people. Find out what they need. You would be surprised when you start really having an intention towards conversation, an intention towards communication, what people will share with you. But when you take these goals, you break them down, you put them into actionable steps, you know what you're going to do next. You can look at that roadmap and say, okay, now I go here. I made it to point A, to point B. Now what's point C? This is a strategic approach that will make your intentions feel achievable and aligned not only with your business, but your personal growth. So number 3 would be create a vision board. I love vision boards. They're visual aids that can honestly supercharge your motivation. I suggest you construct, a vision board that reflects your goals. You put images on it, pictures, quotes, reminders, all of the different rank promotion you want to hit, the different financial goal you want to hit, the places you want to travel, the bank account, the bills you want to pay off, all the different things you can do. Now you can do a personal one, you can do a family one, you can do one just at you as a business leader. You could do one for your team, your business, all the things. But vision boards are great. You put them right where you can see them, and I absolutely love doing those. And if you have kids, I suggest you do them with them as well, because when you have a goal in mind and you can put it down and you can see it, okay, you can put it into that I can see what's going to happen here if I do this. The moment you do that, it turns, it allows you. Sorry, I just realized. Okay. I thought my mic was squirrel moment, but I thought my mic was unplugged. But putting those goals in front of your kids matters too, or letting your family see your vision boards, or have a friend group come over for coffee, tea, wine, whatever it is. Okay. Create a vision board, vision board, but be intentional. Be very intentional about what you put on there, so that and then everything you put on that vision board, you write down What's my intention? How am I going to do this more intentionally? Okay, number 4 would be establish a routine. So consistency is crucial, especially for high achievers. You need to develop daily or weekly habits that align with your intentions, whether it's dedicating time for personal development, team training, or prospecting new people or leads or team members, so on and so forth, working on your side gig, working on your all-day gig, whatever it is. You need to establish a routine. You need to know what you're going to do every day. If you clocked into a 9 to 5, and many of us here in network marketing, we're blessed to not have to go into a 9 to 5, and some people prefer it, and I'm okay with that too. But the reality is when you clock into that business, you go into that building, you kind of know what you're going to do, or you've got someone that's laid out, this is your job description. Well, in network marketing, in entrepreneurship, like in business ownership, you don't really get this is what you do step by step every day. This is your guide. Like, you don't do that. That's why I always suggest having a DMO, a daily method of operation. That DMO is going to help you so much to stay consistent, even on the days where you're having a hard time motivating yourself. So make sure that you establish a routine. Another thing too is to stay accountable. That's number 5. Stay accountable. Find a mentor or an accountability partner within your network, and follow an entrepreneur or a fellow entrepreneur who understands your journey. It doesn't have to be someone in your business right now. It doesn't have to be someone that understands the industry that you're in. Just someone that's going to regularly check in with you. They're going to support you, and they're going to help you keep that momentum going. Number 6 would be reflect and adjust. Something you could do is, at the end of every month, you can take a moment to reflect on your progress. I have a chart that I use to follow not only my own numbers, but also high achievers in my team. I follow their numbers as well, because I want to know every aspect of what's happening. If I've got someone new that comes in, I track their numbers for the first 90 days as well, because I want to help them achieve as many goals, as many bonuses, anything that they want to achieve in that first little bit. I want to make sure I can empower them to do so. And so I make sure that I track not only mine, but my team's numbers. And, oh, sorry. I see that it said that hold on. Okay, I think we're okay. I hope you guys can still hear me, hopefully. But I track everyone. I track everything that I can. And then at the end of each month, we celebrate. We take a moment to look at our progress. We celebrate the achievements, and then we recalibrate our intentions or our action steps so that we can continue to progress. Because you need to remember, adaptability is a strength in our ever-evolving field. You have to be able to adapt. Okay, I always say learn, pivot, grow, learn, pivot, grow, learn, pivot, grow. You're never, and honestly, in entrepreneurship in general, you have to be willing to pivot. You have to be willing to pivot. Okay, number 7 is practice self-compassion. Understand that there are going to be setbacks. It's just a part of an entrepreneur's journey. And when a challenge arises, approach it with curiosity instead of judgment. You need to learn from these experiences and recommit your path with a kindness towards yourself. Okay? So yes, there's going to be times you don't reach it. Learn to love yourself through it. Learn that they're not character flaws. It's a development in your character. Just know that it's helping you to become a stronger person. Lastly, number 8, celebrate your wins. No matter how small, celebrate every step forward. Recognizing your progress reinforces positive behaviors and fuels your drives to keep going. So make sure you celebrate, no matter how small, and invite people to celebrate with you. And that's, in fact, we use this group, the Strategic Success Network, Unlocking Network Marketing Mastery, here on Facebook. It's a free group. Just join it. If you're seeing this on YouTube or TikTok, just join it. Okay. And if you want someone to cheer you on, if you need someone that's, if you want a group of people that are going to allow you a space for you to celebrate, let's do it together, okay? So now as we enter this new year, let's commit to transforming our intentions into impactful actions. By grasping the critical differences between resolutions and intentions, and then following the practical strategies we just talked about, it's going to unleash the potential I'm telling you, it'll unleash the potential for you, your potential, and craft a year full and filled with growth and success. So thank you guys so much. I would love to know what your intentions are for 2025. I want to know, what did you achieve in 2024? Maybe where things you're still working on, or where are you pivoting? But I'd love to hear, what are your intentions and what actions are you taking moving into 2025? Please share with me in the comments. I would love that. Thank you guys for joining in again today. I hope that you feel inspired and armed with a clear sense of direction and excitement for the possibilities that truly await for you. And together, let's make 2025 not just good, but extraordinary. All right. Happy New Year's, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on, and we will see you next time.